This is a lovely Brooke Cooner from Tipsy Gypsy, and today we're going to be talking about love. Yeah. I love love.
Oh, geez.
Who doesn't
love
love?
It's a good emotion. It's a good feeling, isn't it? For the most part.
Yeah, first. 2 weeks later.
Right, like, or 20 years later. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, love goes up and down, and
it does.
Learning to love unconditionally can be challenging at sometimes,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
but I think something that I've heard a lot of people go through is like learning to love again. So if you're in these big, long relationships, you can kind of fall out because life happens. It's difficult, and we're all learning our own challenges. But if you truly want to, you can ignite that again.
And you can ignite it again. Very true, very true.
How was the eclipse for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. I know Brooke was feeling it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I was feeling it big time. I stayed inside. I stayed inside my home.
Yeah.
Oops.
Get the volume down.
Yeah. I thought I had it down, but nope.
Yeah. Well, we went out to the True Seekers Portsmouth parking lot, and we put on our glasses. And
where'd you get your glasses at?
Speedway.
Oh, okay.
The gas station. That's where they were the cheapest. We said, we'll take 4, thank you.
Take 4, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get any glasses.
It was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen one yet.
Well,
1 year.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, 1 year I was working in a hospital and I didn't have time. I wasn't able to come out. But then this year, I could have if I bought me some glasses, but I don't know.
Just chose not to.
Just chose not to. Yeah, I stayed inside.
Yeah.
Stayed home.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Brooke, are we both?
Yeah, it shows. Oh, wait, is that me?
Yeah.
That's probably me. Oh.
Well, you know what? On last Friday's live, or Gemstone Live,
yes,
Crystal Sale, people were saying that Facebook wasn't notifying them that we were going live, and it said they were saying they hadn't been given notifications for like a month.
Oh no! Well, what the heck's up with that, Facebook?
I don't know.
Well, we have
We'll just keep drinking our love potion here.
That's right. And, as people jump on here
and enjoy it.
Yeah, this will be I think this will be a fun little conversation because, we've all experienced love to an extent and whatnot. Oh, it's starting to pop up now.
I see Beth has commented, and I think there's my mom now. Message me. Can you guys see me? Yeah, there's Mom.
Okay, perfect.
Can you guys hear me? Because we didn't know if our mics were working.
Hey, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Hi, Bonnie.
I hope you're doing good today. Hope you're feeling well.
Yeah. Okay, they can hear us.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, you can hear it. Okay, we didn't get to do mic check, so we wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie's there.
Woohoo!
Did you guys get the notification? Because I was just telling Brooke that for the Facebook live sales, it hasn't been notifying people, so I didn't know if you guys got the notification.
Yeah.
What's she saying?
Facebook's been a little behind. I'm going to move this like here so you can kind of see.
Oh, yep.
No one's said anything yet about notifications. But yeah, if you guys did get a notification, let us know. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, for those who's just joining, we're about to get started and start talking about love. What is love? Soulmates. What's the difference between soulmates, kindred souls, twin flames? That's a popular one that we'll get into as well. And karmic, the karmics. Yeah.
Your mama.
Oh, hi, Mom. Checking some comments here.
Everybody loves love. There's so many songs about love. Like you can begin to count.
Hi, Chelsea.
Oh, it's Chelsea on. Hi, Chelsea.
Yeah, she just popped on, so hit it. Good. Okay, yeah, we're starting to get more people. All right. So, you want to go ahead and get started?
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Okay, y'all don't want to hear me sing.
Yeah.
That's not. So, love chemically is a cocktail of norepinephrine, serotonin.
Cocktail.
Oh, yeah. Looks like this, and you break.
This is actually Jamaica blessed us tonight with some love potion.
Yay!
So it's a little bit of wine, or it's champagne.
It's champagne and pomegranate juice. Yeah, which pomegranate is associated with Persephone. And all the seeds of the pomegranate are fertility seeds or abundant seeds. Yeah. Very good.
Represents love, so this is really appropriate.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. They form in the amygdala, creates a chemical reaction, makes you attracted to people, makes you feel love. That's what love is. Physically.
Physically, it's chemically. But, that's those chemicals, they help us feel, strong affection towards someone, kinship, and even attraction. So, sometimes it's like magnets, whenever it's there. So it can be heated, it can be, or it could be even, more like kindred souls as well. So we're going to go into the different kinds of relationships, different kinds of souls, and agreements and contracts that we have with them.
Contracts.
Yeah, because we even have a contract, which a lot of you, we all do. We all have contracts with people, friends and family, and romantic partners,
Everybody. Signing all kinds of paperwork up there in heaven.
And it's funny, right? Because sometimes you're like, why did I sign this difficult person to be like my lover or whatever?
And they're such a pain and aggravate. Why would I choose you?
All these souls. On the other side, it's you. No, I'm joking. Yeah. Not really. I mean,
sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. Or, during a lot of readings, I get a lot of readings for people who need guidance in love, and they want guidance on, is this somebody I'm going to be with forever? Or the big one is, where's my twin flame? That gets thrown around a lot. That's a popular term. Where's my soulmate and that kind of thing. So everybody search, we really do. We search for being able to have companionship. We search for that, fairy tale. And so it can be a beautiful thing. Yeah, it can be so difficult, so it definitely is one of the hardest lessons we have. It's one of the most beautiful lessons we have here on earth, but it is definitely one of the most complex lessons ever.
Definitely. I think a lot of people have such an idolization built up of what they expect, and then when that doesn't happen or they don't fulfill it, then it slacks off, or and then they're disappointed.
Right.
And we have men and women both are guilty of this. Of when they want a partner, they will become. It's like they like tracking a deer or something. So you'll watch its movements, find out what it likes, find out what it doesn't like, adapt to be that person.
Right.
And then once you're moved in, you're like, oh, I don't have to do that stuff anymore. I've caught them. Right. And then people are like, what the hell?
You're not who you was,
right.
or who I thought you were. Right. Because people change themselves just to get through that dating phase.
And attraction, the magnetism you were talking about. So, if I'm married to Jared, but I run into somebody, male or female, and I feel like strongly attracted, like not physically, but like they have energy I really like, and I want to be around them. That's because they have characteristics that I don't have myself. So I see it reflected in them, and I'm like, oh, I want to be more outgoing. I really like that.
That's interesting. Yeah, like this person is interesting because they get to do this and that, and I don't typically do that, or maybe they're more adventurous, and you're like interested in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you usually seek what you yourself is wishing you had a little more of, or less of, or whatever.
Yeah. So it's important to, before you would make a critical mistake. Like if I was to leave Jared for somebody I thought was interesting for a second, that would be a critical mistake, when really I just have to look within and find what I need. Why is that there?
Yep. Absolutely. So, and what we'll be going over is, so we just talked about what love is chemically, and so honestly, spiritually, we do, when we were talking about contracts and whatnot, we do have contracts with people that it's like, okay, this will be my husband, this will be my wife. That is predetermined. Now, sometimes life can lead us down a path where you end up having multiple partners or you end up having multiple marriages and that kind of thing. And that's actually, I mean, it's okay because sometimes it's truly written that way. But for the most part, it's best to try to honor, obviously, your marriage and try as hard as you can to make it work and to, you know, to get through it and whatnot. But sometimes it truly is in the life chart that you're meant to have multiple partners and you're meant to learn from those multiple partners, you know? So, yeah, so it can be a little
So can
tough.
it be kind of like the karmic
partners? Yes, the karmic partners is exactly what that is. So you want me to go ahead and talk about a few of this stuff, like different ones? Okay, so I'm sure you guys have heard, we'll talk about kindred spirits first. Okay, kindred souls, kindred spirits. So a kindred spirit is somebody that you feel comfortable around. Okay, it's somebody that you may immediately click with. And this is like multiple people. So this isn't like a soulmate kind of energy where you really feel like there's only like one person who can complete me and all that. But no, this is someone that they feel familiar. And it's like, you know what? Jamaica and I, like, we have things in common. And so it's one of those things where we're like, okay, there's something, there was something before. And so obviously there's past life stuff. There's things on the other side where we've built relationships and they carry over into this life. But that is where that cellular memory comes from of, hey, I actually like this person and I feel like I might be able to trust this person and that kind of thing. And that's where your best friends come from. And a lot of your family is that you're actually kindred souls. Makes sense? Souls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can name a few. I mean, there are relationships I've had in my life that are like that, where you just instantly feel like trusting and, you know, like you just can have a lot in common. You just get along really well.
Yeah, you're like, it's like I've known this person, you know.
Yeah, I've known you before.
Like, how is that possible? You know.
Yeah.
So those are such blessings, like, to come across, but it's not it's not by chance. It's actually it's destined for you to meet with that person and whatnot.
Like, I'm gonna meet you at 10 years old. And we're going to hang out and you're going to get me through till I'm 15 years old.
That's right. Yeah. Sometimes with these kindred souls, once you get to a certain point, it doesn't mean that you guys are going to be close, like the entire journey, you know, that you're here. But there is very specific times that you come together. You either lift each other up, you assist each other, or you help each other learn different things. And, you know, sometimes you could have a kindred spirit that is difficult and a challenger too, that whom you have a relationship with on the other side, that you care about, that you trust and everything, but they could be daggone difficult. Yeah. And so as long as they are doing that in the highest good, then it's doable. But you know, sometimes you're with somebody for just a small period of time, but it doesn't make it less meaningful.
Right. Yeah.
So that's kindred souls. And then soulmates and twin flames. That is pretty much the same thing. Now, I will say that twin flame, it is possible to have that intense of a relationship. Whenever you say twin flame, it really does mean soulmate, but it means soulmate on an intense level. Okay. So whenever someone comes down here, and if you end up having the other part of yourself, okay, because the reason why they call it also twin flame is because whenever you look at our spirit, our energy, it's almost like a flame. You have the masculine and you have the feminine. So you have masculine energy and feminine energy that come together to make whole, but you're still good separate. You still operate. You have your own ideals. You have your own missions and that kind of thing. So you have your own goals, but then you come together, and whenever you come together, you're able to accomplish so much more, and it really becomes beautiful harmony. It's the yin and yang kind of thing that we talk about. So whenever you come together, you can do beautiful things. Now, here's the thing. Whenever, once you reincarnate, whenever, like, I've come down here to reincarnate, that doesn't necessarily mean that I have a twin flame that's out there. It means that...
Searching for you, Brooke. He's looking for you.
Find me. No, I'm married, and, you know, and here's the thing. It's a different kind of soul, right? So, like, you have, if it was twin flame, there's almost like an unhealthiness about it. It can be a beautiful thing, okay? Twin flames is when, actually what I was about to say originally is that, it's okay. I just realized I didn't explain myself. So whenever you come down here, you don't always have the other part of you. that's here. So you don't, a lot of times it's not as common as people think, and it's not as common as people want, because a lot of people ask for it, but it's not always in the cards like that. So, but if that does happen, and I have witnessed it in these readings and whatnot, I have witnessed it, and I have witnessed the intensity, and I have witnessed the draw for them, the magnetism, and it's almost like it goes from, whenever you are a twin flame here, it goes into more of an unhealthy relationship, because you almost can't do things without that other person.
Wow.
And it's almost like an addiction, and no matter what, you can't like stay away. And it's because you recognize the energy, because that is your other half. That really is your other half. So it can be so intense. And usually if you have a twin flame journey, then you don't always end up together. Or if you do, it's towards the end of your life, once you get through karmic souls, and you learned through your karmics.
Sounds like it can be kind of sick.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a huge blessing. But it's also what some would say it's a curse as well, because you almost can't operate fully or, function fully at times.
Do you
so
think
you have to find like a healthy way to deal with that.
Do you think there's people in prison that have like killed their partner that are claiming it was a twin flame thing?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Like that's the intensity.
Demented. Yeah.
Exactly. So if somebody too, if they have that kind of intense draw towards someone, and they're not the healthiest, then really bad things can happen. That's why a lot of, chaos and drama.
That's what I'm thinking of. But it's so built up in the spiritual community to have a twin flame, and twin flames are awesome on my twin flame journey, twin. And I mean, people just make it sound like it's a thing. And so people get into these ideals that it's everywhere and that they need it, that they lack because they don't have it. Right. And they make it in this big deal. And it's like, very few people have it, and if you did, you probably wouldn't want it. It messes up your life.
It makes things very difficult. So whenever you sign up to say, hey, hey, other half, you want to go in there with me? It's
sorry.
Oh. Time out. We'll just turn that down here for a second. A business phone. Okay. Operations, what was I saying?
Sicko twin flames.
No, but whenever you decide to come down and be with your twin flame, that means that you have signed up for a very, very advanced love lesson. And this is going to be, you also hear a lot of times, especially like on TikTok and whatnot, that you have like a runner and you have a chaser. Well, that's not wrong, actually. There is running, and then you're getting triggered by something, and then you end up, maybe you run away, and then you try to chase that person back because that attraction.
So you run, they chase. Then by the time you catch them, they start running, and then you're the chaser, and then it just
goes back and forth, and it really depends on the lessons that you both are trying to learn from that relationship. So it depends on that trigger. So I've noticed that there's not one that's truly just a runner and one that's truly a chaser. They take turns, is what I have gathered is the experience that I've seen. So anyway, so people don't necessarily always want the twin flame, journey, the experience, because even though, like I said, it's a beautiful thing from what I've gathered, but it can also be very
super
challenging. And, they even put it up there with like grief, like being able to handle grief or like losing someone that you love. It's like that kind of complexity, whenever you're dealing with twin flame. But soulmates is another word for it. But soulmates is more commonly used, or has been over the years.
Yeah.
They're more commonly used than twin flames, but twin flames is definitely picked up.
Yeah, I believe in soulmates. I think because soulmates was like common, and then when twin flames came around, it was new and it was exciting, and that sounds better than soulmates, so let's do that.
Yeah, it sounds more exciting, like flame and whatnot. Yes. So, and then I did mention karmic souls, and so a karmic soul is honestly what we typically have whenever we have relationships with people. So there's still love, and there is, there could still be infatuation and whatnot, especially at first. That's more of the chemical stuff, like whenever you're infatuated and you have puppy love and that kind of thing. That's usually more chemical, but you are still spiritually supposed to meet that person. And so that's when, with the karmic, you end up, I was going to say, most people end up marrying their karmics and that kind of thing. Or even if they don't end up marrying them, those are the ones that you, from like when you're younger in high school all the way through your years, however many partners you have, a lot of times those are karmics because you're learning something about boundaries, what it is that you like, what you don't like. You're learning a lot per relationship, and those are considered karmic. Now, some of those can be super toxic as well. Yeah. So even though they're karmic and they're supposed to be there for learning purposes, they can be pretty bad too. Not just the twin flame thing. I mean, it could be pretty bad too. The karmic, but they are truly more of, we do not complete each other, but we love each other and we're together and that kind of thing.
Right.
It's a different kind of level of intensity and whatnot. But if you're a karmic and you're just not operating in your highest good, then you're going to make things a lot, really difficult.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So there's that.
I'm sure we can all relate to karmic relationships.
Yeah. Every single person who has been in a relationship has experienced a karmic relationship. Yeah. So, any questions so far about that?
Look like your mom is.
Oh, mine's not. Oh, here it goes. Oh, so Marty says, I know I met my best friend Carol Sue in 9th grade, but lost track of her and never had that friendship since. Oh. So sad about that. Oh, she's definitely a kindred soul, Mama. And she, here's the thing. I feel like she really helped you get through a lot of the school stuff and when you were younger and whatnot, and it gave you somebody to treasure and to spend time with and whatnot. Obviously, you guys went separate ways, so you never know. Eventually, you might come back together, but you definitely were meant to come together. So you have a spiritual connection. Yeah. And still to this day, I guarantee you, actually, no, she thinks about you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's special.
Yeah, it is special.
I tell you, Miss Laura Polly, you hear me talk about her all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's a kindred soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is.
As soon as we got
she's
together,
Leo, right?
She is. Yeah. But she's very, very sweet, very important. Lasted a long time. We're still friends.
Long time. You guys have been friends for how many years?
32.
Oh.
32. Something like that. Awesome. That's a long time. I feel so old now.
That's a sisterhood. You're like, thanks, bro.
Like, damn.
Damn, girl.
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's special.
It is, and I feel like so blessed because not everybody gets that, and it's like that's a blessing to me. Yeah, definitely. I'm so appreciative.
That is such a blessing for sure.
She's a great chick.
Aww. Okay. Oh, you're happy to hear that. Yes. Yes. Okay. So did we want to talk about, did you want to talk about the qualities of the divine feminine and masculine?
Sure.
Or what do you want to talk about?
Yeah. So just, these are just energetic properties. So it doesn't have to be man, woman. It's just masculine or feminine energy. And we both have those within us. I have masculine energy with me, but I also have a lot of femininity. My soul came in to do the archetype of the Divine Mother. So like Mother Teresa, Mother Mary, all those, that is representative of Divine Feminine. One of her main characteristics, you'll see her show up as water, as emotions, as consciousness, as caretakers, as nurturers. How else does she show up?
That's a good list, though.
Yeah.
That's true. It's how I could recognize her, her energy.
Yeah. And you see pregnant women, that is a sign of the Divine Mother, right? And Brooke and I talk about, like, when you have a Divine Mother archetype, like I do, or like Brooke does, the mother-son bond. There's something so historically significant about that. And, I think it's where when you have an abundance of feminine energy, you naturally bring in that male energy.
The masculine.
So you're talking about having a bunch of little boys like that you're working with,
right?
And you were like, "What's that?"
There's
about?
a theme, It's actually not as many young gals, even though I can connect for sure with them too. But there's an influx of young men or young boys that are actually needing assistance and some life coaching and whatnot. And I was like, wow, it's interesting.
Yeah, because she has this motherly presence, so she's bringing in that masculine energy. That's what's drawn to her the most, because they both seek balance, And so when we talk about divine masculine, Brooke and I also there's divine masculine, which is like Saint Michael. He is like the one that epitomizes it to me. He is the sun. He is a Leo. He is this very strong, protective strength, honor. Just that's the representative of the divine masculine. Yeah. But we also talk about the divine dudes. And that is a grown man who is not fully embodied in his masculine energy in the divine way, right? So he's more of a dude.
Yeah.
So he may be the kind of guy that will hold a door for you, but if something's chasing you, he might trip you. He's not protecting you yet. He's in his dude energy. He's not fully stepped up and grown up.
I just pictured like people running and like guys
tripping. Have you seen that? You seen men do that to women? I have. It's crazy. Yes, yeah.
Daggone.
You don't want that dude. You want someone who's in his divine masculine, not his divine dude. But
like the immaturity too. It's immaturity. And then what's unfortunate though is that there's a lot of masculines that don't fully develop ever.
Yeah.
They stay in that immature kind of energy.
Yes.
And this isn't even, so whenever we talk about divine feminine and masculine, this is talking about energies as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be man, have to be female. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. But these are like the energies of divine female and divine masculine.
Yeah. And so men are all about action, where women are about like receiving, they're intuitive. Men like challenges, like physical challenges, and a woman would like to be praised, right? That's how they both like find their success or their power. And so you've seen throughout thousands of years, we talk a lot about the age of Aquarius and the rising of femininity. And it's not really that the feminine needs rising because it's been oppressed by masculinity. They both need to rise up. They both need to rise up because men have taken that from women as a sense of power, right? So it's not that they're stepping more into their masculine energy or there's too much. They're just robbing women. And so if women get more balance and men come into their divine masculine instead of the divine dude that's out taking and pillaging and war and, so if they rise up, and then the feminine will naturally rise up too. But what happens is when a man comes and takes power from a woman, that woman gets angry. She gets revenge, which is a masculine quality, right? And so she wants to say, well, I can do just exactly as a man does, right? I can work those jobs.
Right, so they go overboard.
And then it goes too much. And so it becomes unbalanced.
And it can, and I've seen it multiple times where because women can be triggered, because that does happen, right? It does happen, but because they go hyper, like the other way. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, we're trying to keep it equal too.
Right.
But it is, I've seen it both ways. Either women stay here or they go like, it's like, let's keep it more like on a, even.
Well, here's the thing too. Women will sometimes just have these, or whoever's holding the feminine energy, have more like of those nurturing homebody qualities. And men are built physically to be stronger because they're supposed to provide. I mean, don't yell at me. That's nature. Okay. That's how they set it up, not me.
That's how set up.
Yeah, they're supposed to provide. So when women diminish a woman's work, like I took care of the children, they're like, oh, you sat at home all day? Ugh. Right? That's disrespectful. And so that makes her mad. It becomes unbalanced.
It does.
Right? And she says, well, I don't need you. I can work and take care of the kids and do all this. Right? So now she's like trying to overcompensate.
Right.
Where if she was appreciated and been like, thank you for doing that and taking care, and, then she wouldn't feel the need to like oppress him or get revenge or take from him.
Or try to shadow, try to do so much that you shadow others because you're having that response to it. It's so true. Yeah.
So the divine masculine has a little stepping up to do. And then the woman needs to, or the feminine needs to learn how to step into her intuition more and embody her femininity because we're taught to suppress it. You know, don't have a period, hide that, do well. You know,
exactly.
Just keep all that to yourself. don't step into it and embody
smile and be pretty.
Right.
Yeah, sit there and be pretty. Yeah.
And so when we learn to like really embrace that and own that, then the male or the masculine will respond.
We'll be able to respond accordingly. Yes. Yep. I like it.
That's what we're seeing.
That's what we're seeing. But I like the thought of, again, it's back to equality. It's back to us having, you know, no matter what we're going to have, it doesn't mean we're going to have our roles. It doesn't mean that we still, as women, can't go and, you know, have our own business and that kind of thing and still do some of those things. But it's, again, it's the response to some of these other things that might throw it off kilter.
And then, of course, always take it back to yourself. I was telling Brooke earlier that I had started this new workout that was more masculine.
Right.
And like in push-ups and things that I normally didn't do in my ladies' workouts. And so then I was getting these masculine thoughts like, can I jump over that? Can I climb this pole? Can I swing from this door sill? You know?
I was like, am I going to be seeing you hanging from that door?
Maybe, right? But I'm balancing it within myself. Yeah. You know, so there are certain...
Yeah, that's cool, though.
You get it within yourself, and then hopefully you'll find a partner that's whole as well, and then you'll be really well together.
You could tap into both, you know, the feminine and masculine. Okay, any questions about that? Anyone?
I told Jared he was feminine in his crystal, like as far as intuitive and like you know, appreciate the beauty and all that stuff, you know. But I was in the masculine and like I could run it, you know, do the business aspect of it. So even though I'm feminine, that was my masculine in the business, and that was his feminine in the business. So even though he's super masculine, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. When I think of Jared, I think masculine for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny how we'll all balance each other out.
Yep, it's true. Speaking of Jared, though, about crystals, there's some crystals that can be beneficial for, of course, for love and also self-love as well, which we've talked about self-love before. But you have rose quartz that is super helpful. You have a lot of the the road ones, right?
Rodo crystals.
Rodo crystals. Okay. I wrote that down. Let me see. Rodo. Yeah, I saw one of them, but that's definitely not one.
Love. Okay, we'll keep it there.
Rhodonite, yeah. Rhodonite, and the rhodochrosite. Yes. There we go.
He says those mean what?
Burning flower or burning rose. Yeah, so those were the ones that were recommended that we talk about.
If you're searching for love.
Yeah. Or that frequency, you know?
Yeah.
She's over here saying, sleep under your pillow.
Yeah. That's what I do with all crystals. I'm like, put it under the pillow.
Oh, me too.
Get the subconscious.
Do you know that my youngest son, it's funny because he really does listen to me. So whenever I do get him crystals and whatnot, he has a lot of, you know, health issues and whatnot. But one day I went into his room to like make his bed, to help make his bed and everything. So whenever I was helping him, I picked up that pillow and there's so many crystals. I was like, how do you sleep on them? How did you have it there? Yeah. It was so heavy, bless his heart.
I was like, I have 25 under here. You told me, put them under.
That's right, you told me. He got knickknacks in there, like spiritual things I've gotten him. Oh my gosh, this is precious. I was like, I didn't know you took. I don't mean you have to sleep on rocks, like literally, you know, like wow.
I thought I'd get better. I don't know. It's what you said.
There's a lot in there. It's a lot. Wow. I was like, you can keep some like on your nightstand. You don't have
just
to
keep them around you.
But just put a few underneath your pillow or rotate them or whatever.
He's like, don't 30 is my minimum.
Yeah, and there's like big ones in there too, but none of them were too pointy, so it worked out. But
I have on Gray's bed, I have a huge rose quartz on one end, and then like at the headboard, there's a big old rose quartz, and then there's a big amethyst like cathedral thing. So he's picking up on those while he sleeps.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, for sure.
Got to protect your babies.
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
We do everything we can. Yes, as parents. So anything else about the divine feminine or masculine?
I think I covered it pretty
well.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah. Having both together brings the yin and yang, brings the balance and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So, one of the things I was going to mention that not everybody knows about this, and it is something that is, I have to be careful how I say it, but there is something on the other side.
I know.
You know what's coming, yeah. There's something on the other side that we do as spirits that is comparable to intercourse here in the physical, okay? And in the way that it's similar is the feelings behind it. It is the energy behind it, okay? So it is called merging. And merging is when your souls actually merge into one. Well, which is kind of sweet, actually, when I just said that.
Yeah.
Like merging into one, because like,
yeah,
anyway,
that's a nice thing.
Oh, yeah. But whenever you merge into one, all of that energy on both sides, like, right, you come together. And it's supposed to be so euphoric, so heavenly. It is one of the best feelings to ever feel, even on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's coming together in pure love, unconditional love. And especially whenever it's the masculine and the feminine coming together, those energies, there's nothing like it. And so it's the most comparable thing to someone climaxing here on earth. But just think of a climax like times 100. Wow. Okay. Like that's how intense. And so I remember hearing some people say, well, man, I know what I'm going to be doing when I get together. So
I'm never having a laugh again.
I'm going to merge with you. And I heard a guy say that once.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my gosh.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. Like, okay. But no, typically you merge. I think that you can merge with others, but for the most part, we merge with our soulmates. We merge with the masculine to your feminine and the feminine to your masculine, so, and that is where you're complete harmony. And that is supposed to be the most blissful experience that you ever experience.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? So it's called merging.
I have heard like the Dolores Cannon, speaking of, okay. Yeah. So she, in her like past life regressions that she would do on these people, like she would take them into that quantum healing hypnosis, the like deep hypnosis.
Yes.
And she would say that a lot of people reincarnate or incarnate here just to have sex. And maybe that's more like to the physical touch because it's a different way than up there. But that was one of the reasons. That and chocolate.
And chocolate,
yeah.
Yes. No,
I'd reincarnate for a cake.
No, that's something I would do right there. I'm not even for
the sweets. All right, we're in.
Yeah. Crumble cookie,
cake and wine. I'm going back.
keep eating the stuff. I'm like, this is my purpose. Don't question my spiritual journey. Okay. Oh, so funny. I'm about to use that one on my husband. Stop judging me.
Anyway. Spirit wants me to.
Spirit wants me to eat a cookie.
It's in my contract.
That's right. Like I'm here for that. No, not really, but that is funny though. But even though I don't know, I have not heard her say that. I definitely know of her. What I will say is that I have heard other spiritual gurus and others who have said that people will, souls are curious about that. And that's one of the aspects that people will make sure that they, who are curious about it because they're like, what is the big deal? Yeah. Why are so many people like obsessed with it? Why, whenever they get here to Earth, why is that such a thing? So they are curious. And so I do hear that people will reincarnate just to experience the physical. Yeah. Yeah. Just to see what it's about. Like, what is all this hoopla? Yeah. And then, I don't know if they're too disappointed or not. They're like, this is nothing compared to merging.
Yeah. Oh no, I shouldn't have wasted it on
But
that.
it's still an experience. It's still an experience.
And I mean, if you're an infinite being going on forever, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Or the cake, But they have cake on the other side too. I see cake, so I don't know. But again, it could be more culinary. It could be more of like What?
That it's like the texture of it, because they say even though there's cake of it, it doesn't taste the same as a 3D cake.
That's
you
true.
Know, that
there is differences.
All the senses are here, and the emotion you feel when you eat it, and things like that. Like it's a different experience.
Different experience. Yeah. Yep. No, that's true. That is true. I get that too. I can see that.
Did we get angel food cake from heaven? Did an angel whisper the idea? Angel food cake.
That. Yeah, I don't know.
Wonder if it came from there first. I guess all things come from there first.
Yeah, really. Everything does. Oh, hi, Katrina.
Oh, what's up, Rena? Rena's going to be out here. So one day in the next couple weeks, and we have very busy from now on.
Things coming up,
but I hired another girl down there. So I'm going to see if she can work on Wednesday, and Katrina can come up here.
Nice. Yep, Katrina does the sound healing. She does the sound bowls. So it'd be nice to get her to come to Chile. Yeah. You know, you used to come to Chile a lot.
Special guest, Katrina Michelle.
Ooh. But it's a beautiful experience. And I think that the acoustics would be really beautiful.
I do too. I think she's played them up here before. I think that was, her setup.
Well, then that makes sense. But yeah, you should, Katrina.
Yeah.
She'll bring Janice.
Bring the turtle.
Bring the turtle.
Put her in the sound bowl.
So,
oh my God.
Put her in the sound bowl.
Could you imagine? She'd be like, oh. She'd explode the frequency too much. Exploding turtles.
Exploding turtle. Bless her heart. Gosh, yeah, she'd be a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Oh, good goodness. Okay. Making sure I haven't missed any comments. All right. Here we go. Oh.
No.
Zodiac compatibility. We're going to touch on this just a little bit.
Yeah. I wish Summer was here. It's her forte, man.
It is Summer's forte, but we know the basics and whatnot, and
a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so I know that usually fire and fire should not be together. Wait, I'm from Kentucky. Fire and fire should not be together. Did I say fur and fur? Something like that.
Fur.
Fire and fire signs should not be together. Brooke said what goes best are water and earth signs or air and fire signs.
That is what is known as being the most compatible. Doesn't mean, again, this is just in general, okay? Yeah. Doesn't mean you have to be with that element.
Some examples would be like Aries and Libra, Taurus and Virgo, Gemini and Aquarius, Cancer and Pisces. My son's a Pisces, so Cancer and Pisces. Awesome. And Leo and Sagittarius.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay, I can see the Leo and Sag. I can see that working out.
There's a few of those that are like
Aries
strong
and
dominant.
Leo or Aries. I don't know if I could see the Aries and Leo. That's a lot of
Aries and Libra was on the list.
Libra.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Libra's pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Oh, Aries
totally.
Fires. They're like lighters.
They got spice.
It's like you
Aries,
can almost look at a person and tell if they're an Aries just by looking at it.
Aries, you can tell. I can. Well, I'll usually be able to tell at least the element of someone. But definitely fire. I'm like, they're definitely fire sign. Even if they don't have, because we have the ascending, we have moon signs, so we do kind of balance out. It's not all about our sun sign, but for the most part, that's what's predominant. So,
what else you have in your chart can affect, how you're going to interact with somebody else. I have Taurus says my moon, and so that gives me a lot of earth, but I'm also stubborn in my emotions. Whatever my heart's set on, that's the way it is. Yeah. It overrides my brain all the time. So it depends what other people have in their chart as well. So don't take it, just for that. If you really like somebody, dive a little deeper.
Oh, totally. And, and there's, like I said, when I do readings or I have people come in, they're always, there's a lot that I'm like, oh, I can totally see how that, that's a good thing, that, it'll be a Capricorn, who's with, Scorpio or Pisces or something like that. And that is definitely doable. It's definitely that's like best of both worlds. But, you know, it's just like when I was talking to Summer the other day, even though that's kind of the rule for those elements to kind of go together, especially like I said, earth and water, and then air and fire, even though that's most compatible, we have noticed that, you know, that it really does like kind of change up, where it's like, you know, this person actually balances out, even though they might be polar opposites, like it's still kind of like balancing them out.
And it also has to do how evolved that sign is.
Yes.
So if you're dating somebody who has not evolved in their, you know, and is in their very shadow side of their sun sign, that's bad news.
That's going to be difficult.
It is going to make it a lot more challenging. But if you're dating somebody that's, you know, maybe a spicy fire sign, but they're evolved and they're in the light, you know, of their sun sign, then that's great. They know how to use that fire. Right. Yeah. As opposed to somebody who's uninvolved, doesn't know how to use the fire, and they're just spitting it everywhere. Right. It's uncontrolled.
And it's uncontrolled and it's exhausting. Right. Yeah. But there is, and it could go all ways too. So, you know, like, so earth signs, I'm an earth sign, and my husband's an earth sign. My mom is an earth sign. And my other two kids they're earth signs. We got a lot of earth in our family.
Super grounded.
Yeah. For the most part. But with, I don't even know where I was going with that, with all the earth, like evolved coming together. Do what?
We're talking about evolution. Signs that were evolved.
Yeah, so it's like we do help each other, like with the evolution and whatnot of each sign. But there's a lot of earth energy. I don't know where.
Now there is another one you talked about. You were saying if they're your sister sign, you're not supposed to be with them. So like Cancer and Leo don't usually work. And then what are some of the other ones?
So I know that. So with the 12 houses, which is the 12 signs, you usually have one that you're completely opposite from. So now, so here, I don't know everybody's, but here's an example. So Virgo, Pisces is the complete opposite. So yes, earth and water go together really well. What can be super challenging is being with your sister sign, being with your complete opposite sign. So so Pisces, they're going to be, and Virgo for Pisces and Pisces for Virgo, we're going to be a little bit more challenging, or help open each other's minds a little bit more. And so if you're not evolved, it's going to make it really difficult. But if you are more evolved, then you're going to be able to take that information and really assist each other.
Right, and work with it. And learn the lesson and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but if you're not in your, you know, if you're not working from like a high kind of energy and whatnot, then it could be
Emily Jo, hi. This is our love potion. I don't have much left. We're got some. This is champagne and pomegranate juice. It is our love potion.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Emily. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Emily. I was just talking about Virgos, by the way.
What's the topic? Well, what can we drink that's similar?
You know, like for, what was it?
St. Patty's Day? Okay.
I had like the Tipsy Leprechaun, something, I don't know. Yeah. Pot of gold, I don't know what it was. Came up with something.
Yeah.
Like we had, you know, we
colored it green and gave it a name.
That's right. I mean, you know.
That was a fun. Oh, no, no biggie. But, yeah.
Okay.
Emily Jo, you want to come on and be a guest star one day? You can talk about whatever you're good at talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Emily, that'd be fun. Yes, I came for tea and stayed for the Virgo talk. Yeah. My fellow Virgo.
Yeah. She's your Virgo, buddy.
I know. But yeah, so those are the sister signs. So they could be super great, or they could be completely disastrous. They could be completely disastrous. But I tell you, there's still beauty. I have to tell you, in every sign, there's still beauty, and there's still something of substance, you know?
Yeah.
And so each person, this is one of the things that I have always loved, is the individualism of everyone. So even though we all have our signs, and I'm a Virgo, and it's pretty much to a T, you know, for the most part. But we're, you know, the way that we're raised, the way that, and like we said before, like what is our moon sign? What is these other signs that influence us? But there's a lot that goes into one person, and there's so much uniqueness in each person.
Yes, definitely.
And so there's so much beauty, there's so much trauma, there's so much turmoil, but it's like everybody has their life themes. Everybody has, you know, traits that can be difficult, or, you know, but then we also have these really fantastic, you know, positives to us as well. So I love, so even though those are completely, I have found that the elements and everything, that those are like, those do ring pretty true.
Yeah. It is individual.
It is a very individual thing. It's a very individual experience, you know, but yeah.
So go with who you like.
Go with who you like.
Until you start to question it, then go see Brooke. And then she'll tell you whether you should stick around or not. And then
I'll say, I'll do some cards and I'll be like, girl, you in trouble, girl.
Or Whoopi. Her best Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, that's Whoopi Goldberg.
You in trouble, girl.
You in trouble, girl. Run.
No, Julie or Emily said she will come on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah.
We're getting our guest star lineup. I'm going to have to write them down.
I know. I'm really going to write her down so we don't forget.
I like Emily Jo.
I do too.
Yeah. It's sweet.
Went away.
I think she's like an engineer.
Emily.
Yeah.
Emily Jo. I like how you spell that too. I like the Emily.
Yeah.
I think that's really cute.
Cute chick.
Yeah. Cool.
How much time we got? Oh, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Let's see. She's a double major in psychology.
Oh.
With minors in criminology and Spanish. Oh, and she likes this.
Oh.
I'm a Virgo with Taurus. I have Taurus in my chart. Oh, no, she's with a Taurus. I'm sorry.
Oh, with a Taurus.
I love him, but we butt heads a lot. We're both hard-headed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
And he's a bull.
Yeah.
You know? And then even though we are the maiden and whatnot, we can still, you know, we can still be that old spinster, like, and wait, you know, crone, the one that's set in their ways as well. So we could be a little stubborn or a little, you know, a little too analytical of people, or maybe a little too critical of ourselves and others. So yeah, there's definitely that.
I'm in my crone era for sure. And I love it though. But I'm totally like, turn that music down. And
that's noise.
I have to be in bed before it gets dark, okay?
Or to decompress before you actually go to sleep.
Yes, I love my crone energy though, and have it any other way.
I love crone energy too.
Happy.
Yeah. I definitely have some of that for sure. He calls me his old lady. He doesn't mean it like my old lady.
We're like sipping tea, wearing house slippers.
Chelsea, living for my crone era.
Yes. High five on the crone era.
We give you high fives. That's like for reals.
We'll call it the crony club, and we'll all just meet.
We'll all meet. We'll, you know, drink a little wine, or
the
tea,
crony club.
or you know, the crony club. I like that.
Even better if we meet online.
Crony,
like a Zoom call.
Cooner.
Cooner crony.
I'm a
Something
cooner
like
crony.
that.
Something like that. Yeah. Sorry, it's my last name for those who don't know. See that it's
Mom's in.
Yeah, Bonnie. Club. I knew I could count on you. And absolutely, that would be fun.
We're gonna have a big Zoom meeting.
Mom, you might be able to do wine cooler, maybe.
Yeah, she might have to go with tea. I don't know.
You might have to go with. She don't care for tea too much. Coffee. We'll give you some coffee. Yeah, she's a coffee gal.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give you a little bit of coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ways to spice up your relationship, by the way.
If it starts getting dull, what do you do?
Right, because it can get dull. So, one of the things you and I had discussed was that sometimes the chemicals and those traces end up wearing down, and then that connection ends up there's more of a disconnection. So after some time, stress can actually, it's usually the culprit is stress, and it could be money stress or anything else, but it starts to wear down that relationship.
It wears out the brain, the grooves that the chemicals had released during love. Stress comes in and tears those down, and so you feel like you're falling out of love because you don't have the same ingrained patterns that you did from when those chemicals were being released at first.
Right.
And so you have daily stress. It kind of destroys it.
Kind of destroys it a little bit. Yeah.
You're like, I don't like you so much anymore. We can't pay the light bill. I don't like this.
All of a sudden, I'm not a fan of you anymore.
Yeah. The water's off and you stink. I know. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. That is, but it is funny how, like, you can see where, like, stress really does, it really does actually, like, mess with you chemically, you know, so it can. But there's some aphrodisiacs that you can take. There's some herbs, but we're talking about how cocoa or chocolate, you know, hey, you can't go wrong with chocolate.
No.
Yeah.
We're here for the cake anyway.
That's right. We're here for the cake. Then we were talking about strawberries, right? Gosh, no wonder people talk about chocolate covered strawberries so much, like around Valentine's Day and whatnot. Oh. Pomegranate.
Yep. It's a good one. I love pomegranate.
Yeah, I do too.
Delicious.
It is really, really good. I like how tart it is, you know.
Yeah. Eat the whole cup.
But the seeds get on my nerves after a while.
Oh, you don't like seeds?
The seeds get on my nerves. But I like it. I'll still eat it. But the seeds do get on my nerves.
I like the palm, you know, that's just the seeds. Those little cups. Those just the seeds.
Oh, no, like, yeah. That's what I eat.
Oh, you mean
but
the little
the
things?
Inside.
Yeah.
They get in my teeth and stuff, and it kind of
that's annoying.
Yeah, but they taste so good. I do.
They do.
I think they're called Avril or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Avril Lavigne. No.
Well, that'd be like on cake.
Hey, we might have to try that. Yeah. Ginger and cinnamon. So there you go. There's some things to spice up.
Drink a little bit of tea, or have your chocolate covered strawberries with your ginger and cinnamon tea.
Yes. So before we get to, I just
somebody else's live. Every time.
I get quick. I get too quick. Every time. Real quick, Emily says, I've heard a friend talk about the Ollie brand gummies for libido. I'm not sure how those work, but I'm not heavy on the chemical side of it. I'm glad y'all brought this up.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Oh, Batika, that's okay. Hello. Greetings. What you drink? Oh, see, everybody.
It's important.
It's important, man. Everybody wants to know. That's right.
Champagne and pomegranate juice.
That's right. We never did pink.
Love potion.
We call it love potion.
Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
It is really good, actually. I really like it. Okay.
57 years.
It is tasty. It is. Yeah, I should probably use. So, if you guys have any questions, I was going to use my pendulum. Any yes/no questions? I can use the pendulum. Can do a few of those before we wrap up.
What are we going to talk about next week?
Ooh.
Again, here we are.
I know. We have a list. We have a topics list, and it's about 2 pages long. So whenever we go through, I end up highlighting, whichever ones we've used. So we do have ideas, but I'm not exactly sure which one we're doing next.
We could put them on a wheel.
Oh, what do you guys think about this?
We could spin the wheel.
We can start putting a few.
Oh yeah, we could. We could start putting a few on here.
We'll start putting a few on here, and then we can spin it and see, and then we'll tell you what's going to be next.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
Do that.
You like the wheel?
You guys like the wheel idea? Yeah. Emily likes it. Woo! Love the wheel idea. All right. Okay, you guys. So for those who are not familiar with pendulum, this is my pendulum. It is an amethyst pendulum. And I'm just going to move this over. Oh, no, here. I'll put it on here. Okay. So how this works, I'm just going to make sure that I don't know if you guys can fully see it, but I'll definitely let you know like what it says. I think you might be able to now. There we go. Okay. All right. So pendulum, show me yes. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can tell that that is in a circle. So yes is a circle, and then pendulum, show me no. All right. And now a no is straight back and forth. Okay. So I'm going to attune it, make sure that it is working correctly. Spirit, am I wearing a big pink bow in my hair? No. Am I wearing, what am I wearing? Oh, a crystal t-shirt. A crystal t-shirt. Yes. Okay. So this is attuned. So what questions do you guys have? We could do yes, no questions. Yeah, here. You take that and then, yeah, that sounds good. And then I'm going to make sure I'm steady so I don't influence this at all.
Yes, you can be shallow for the pendulum question. There's no judgment here.
Yeah, no, there's no judgment. Oh, believe me, no.
Give me a shallow question.
Yeah, those are interesting.
I'm in the market for a car. Is this a good time to purchase?
Okay. What's the name too?
Emily.
Okay, Emily. Is this a good time to purchase a vehicle? Emily is asking. Yes. So I do think that I think you're going to be. Let me see if they give me a time. Yeah, I do think it's going to be 5. So I think you're going to have it in May.
Oh, yay.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, no questions.
Is Jamaica's car ever going to run again?
Will Jamaica's car ever run again? No.
Oh, no. Damn.
Oh, do you have a name for your car?
Lila.
Lila?
Yeah.
That's my granddaughter's name.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Poor Lila.
Barrett, let's go back. Are you sure?
Will it be fixed? No, but will you get a different one? Maybe it's because you're going to eventually get a different one. Will Jamaica get a different car that's more operable, perhaps? Yes. You're going to get one, but I'm not going to get Lila.
You're breaking my heart.
Poor Lila.
Okay.
Yeah. My mom's car is named Daisy. That is a true statement. She's got daisies in her car.
Emily says, I'm about to have a repo post to my credit and wanted to jump on it ASAP.
All right, who is this?
Emily.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about to have a repo post to my credit and wanted to jump on it ASAP.
ASAP.
I hear that.
Okay. Let me see it. Let me do this real quick. So will Emily have a vehicle come May? Okay, so that's a yes. But let me look at April if you're trying to do it ASAP. Will Emily have a vehicle come April? Oh, okay, yeah, it does show April too. So this could be like towards the end of April going into May then.
But we're already halfway through April, so.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Okay, Batika says, looking for a new job. Is my dream job around the corner?
All right, Batika, is her dream job around the corner? Okay, so what I'm getting is around the corner. Let me give something a little specific. The thing with pendulums is that it's a little difficult. Yeah, you have to be a little bit more specific. So what I'm going to say is Batika's dream job going to happen within this year? So I am getting a yes. Now here's the thing. It is going to be more of a dream job. I don't know if it's going to be 100% what it is that you were fully expecting is what I'm getting. I feel like it's what you would want with a little twist. So just FYI. But you are it's going to be this year, but I don't know if it's necessarily around the corner. Let me see if it's going to be within the next few months. No. So I would give it towards like end of summer. Dream job. Those are always good though. Those are worth the wait, you know.
Well, my dream job is like teaching meditation on the beach. That's what I want.
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah. I want to live in an island and I want people to pay $1,000 just to fly down there and meditate with me and then go the hell back home. That's what I want to go.
Meditate. We're not going to talk.
Everybody come down here and just sit with me.
We're just going to sit and then goodbye. Give me the money. I like the way you think, Jamaica. Funny.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Emily says, baby-wise, am I going to end up with a child within the next year? We're not rushing, but we are trying.
Okay. So,
I hope
will Emily have a child within, you said this year or next year?
This year.
Okay. Will she have a child this year? No.
Oh.
Will she have a child next year? Yes.
Oh.
Ooh. So, doesn't mean that this is, I don't know, I'm getting attacked by something here. Did you see?
No. Is it one of them things that you can see that I can't see, or is it like something we can both see? Oh, then I ain't that scared. If it's something only she can see, then I get scared.
Your eyes.
What the hell is it?
It's a bug. Anyway.
Oh,
What was I saying?
that we can live with.
Yeah, no.
Oh, her baby.
Oh, the baby. Yeah. So doesn't mean that you can't. It just means that most likely now. It'll be next year.
Oh, okay. She has an IUD, and but it does run out next year.
Okay. There you go. All right. Anything else before we wrap up?
No, we're about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're about 5 minutes over.
But that was fun.
Yeah, so we can always do something like this, towards the end, whether we do some Reiki or whether I use these puppies, which, by the way, I got to get a hold of Gabe. Okay, y'all. So those who
watched last week.
Gotcha.
So good.
Those who watched last week. Oh my gosh, there was someone who asked me a question, and what's interesting is it was a yes, but I read it as no.
Yeah.
Look how went to no as I said it. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to have to reach out to that person. So, but everyone else, there was only one that I misread.
Yeah. It was Gail. I'm so sorry, Gail.
Yeah. I was like, why did I say? I wonder why I said no when I watched it over again. I was like, oh, that's yes. What?
Yeah, she's probably confused as hell. So like, maybe I don't know.
I think she was about the red child.
It was, child. Yeah.
So it looks like yes, most likely. I don't know.
Okay, one more.
Okay, one more.
I have to answer this one. So
sure.
Susan Kilgore says, just started this dating thing again since my husband passed. Will I meet anyone this year?
Ooh, okay, Susan, just tapping in your energy here. Let me see. Will you meet anyone? So sorry for your loss, by the way, my dear. Okay. Will Susan meet anyone this year? Here's the thing. Let me rephrase. So it's saying no, but I think that means something like serious. So let me see if you just meet someone that you're truly right now just wanting to kind of date and get back into it. Okay. So let's see if you have somebody like that.
A karmic relationship.
Yeah. A karmic. Good job. Yeah.
I'm learning.
So will Susan have a karmic relationship? Someone that, yes. Okay. I'm getting immediate yes. So there is somebody that you are going to be able to, communicate with and have some fun with and try to, go on a little bit of adventure, kind of ease your way into it. But as far as something serious, I don't see it for this year though, for you, my dear. But it doesn't mean it won't happen.
All right.
Okay. I hope that helped.
Yeah. Even though my thinking car ain't gonna come back to life. Meh.
With what?
My car.
Oh, your car.
I'm gonna be upset for a week.
Your car's a karmic.
It's a karmic relationship. What a soulmate.
What a soulmate.
When's my soulmate car coming?
I don't think anyone has a soulmate car.
No, they're all karmic.
Everybody, they're all like either leased or
yeah.
So.
All right, guys. All right. Well, we will see you. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Where we'll talk about something fun and exciting.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.